Khalifa. Made possible by the cult of Khan. That's you guys. Wow. It is early. It is too early. Wow, it's too early. Seems like the season has already changed here in the Northwest. Most of the time, right about now, we'd start seeing the sun coming out. It'd start to look like a nice sunny day is about to start happening. And it's supposed to be a really warm weekend. So I hope that if you're in the area, you're going to be planning on staying cool because it's going to be quite the roaster out here, I guess. But the sun is not coming up as early, which means we're already starting to tip over into that seasonal shift, which is coming, which means we're going to see quite a bit of rain here for the rest of the year. It might even get super cold this winter. Who knows? But as it is with every season's change, there are new opportunities, new things to accomplish, new things to get done, and that is our focus and motivation over here. Remember, we trust God, we take the risk, and we do the work. Today is the day. We're beginning the plan of the new office space transition overhaul, whatever you want to call it. I've got two enormous crates that contain all this component material that I have to assemble. The internet said, oh, it can be assembled easily by one person in just 4 hours. I'm like, oh no. 4 hours to build this thing. What the heck? I get the feeling I'm going to be faster than that. I got power tools and stuff, so we're going to be moving a little quicker than like the tiny L-shaped Allen wrench, and you're like trying to tighten the bolts on stuff. We're gonna be a little more productive than that this morning for sure. But yeah, I got to go down and pick up some stuff to get started on moving things around. And then obviously I've got to film some of the process for you guys who are going to be watching on Patreon as this whole transition takes place. But it should be a really awesome experience. I've got a lot of cool stuff to put together and to transition this from like basically like a crash pad into an actual office workspace. So we'll see how that goes. But obviously that's my plan for today. And over the course of this weekend, we'll see if we can get this done. So yeah, I actually took the day off work to do this thing because we've got a huge remodel going on at my work this next week, and it all kind of works out, right? The Lord's timing. I had expected that this package was going to show up on Monday and that we would be doing this next weekend, but it just so happens that I have this long weekend that I set up this weekend, so the Lord provides. The Lord has dropped the package off so we can get started on the transition experience. I'm actually really excited for it. We're getting ready to make the best of this weekend and open up this new workspace. I'm really excited for that too because it's going to change everything for me to have like a cool spot to hang out, like a place that feels comfortable to want to sit there and actually put in the work, because obviously it takes time to sit down and edit and make recordings and do all that stuff. It's actually quite a bit of work. It's not my kind of like thing. Like I love making videos, but doing the editing is just like my absolute least favorite thing. I want it to just be done. What I probably need to do is just bite the bullet and invest in some programs that are not free bootleg stuff, because I've been running everything on this like absolute zero budget ragtag thing since the beginning. But now, obviously we have great supporters and we've started to kind of get ahead on some of these things. So it would stand to reason that we could get some programs that would advance the production quality and ease of doing so. Well, something like that. We'll look into it for sure. But man, it's early and, I think it's time for me to get my morning protein shake going and get the day started. But yeah, that's going to start with a trip down to the old Harbor Freight. We're going to get some moving blankets out of there, and hopefully that'll be what we need to get this. I got this big dresser thing that weighs like 1,000,000 pounds. I have to figure out how to get it down the hallway. It seems like it's wider than the hallway. I don't know how it's gonna work, so it should be part of the fun of the whole experience. I'll do my best to try to record everything and share all that with you guys so that it's part of the fun. It's like, oh no, I gotta figure out how to get this thing down the hallway. Oh shoot. So it should be pretty interesting, but just wanted to take a moment this morning to inspire all of you guys to continue pursuing your dreams and goals. Things don't always happen overnight. I'm the worst about it. I'm so results oriented. If I don't see results, I'm like, no, like it's not good enough unless it's legit. I gotta get to the finish line here, but I gotta remember, and we always gotta remember that life's a journey, not a destination. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and we've got time to get the things done we need to get done. And as long as we trust God, take the risk, and do the work, we will arrive exactly where He wants us to be, right? So, again, it's early. It's not as sunny as I expected or hoped for, but we'll see that sun in just a few minutes. And guys, we got this. We're going to get this transition done. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be great. And it's going to be the start of a whole new chapter for the cult here on YouTube. And it's of course, exciting because, we're finally starting to break into new territories. I can feel it happening. It's like we're starting to become something that people actually know about. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but we ran into somebody that knew who I was, like recognized the channel brand and stuff, and that's pretty cool, man. It means we're really starting to do something here, and I think that once the cat's out of the bag, it's only just going to get more crazy. Because I think about it sometimes. I'll watch these podcasts and listen to some of the things I say, and it's like, a cult needs a crazy worldview, a cult needs a crazy belief system, and generally, you'd be totally unhinged, or you'd like make something up to try to have it be part of the joke that, oh, it's a cult or whatever. But then I was sitting there thinking about it yesterday, and I decided that it really is cultic to believe that like the world should be dominated by Christians, and that the governments of men are evil, and like they should be abolished and replaced with kingdom citizenship and all this. And it's like, dude, what are you saying? It's like it's like an anarcho Christo-fascistic world domination cult. What? So I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing, but I love it, and I love you guys, and I'm appreciative of every opportunity to spend with you guys. And of course, let's make the most of this Friday. I'll see you guys tonight with Ceiling Fan Man over there, and hopefully everybody has a great and productive weekend. Thank you guys so much for being here this morning, and of course, as it always is, we will see you all in the next one. Actually, it'll be Sunday service, right? I'll see you then. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Thank you so much for being here for another episode of Bulge Khalifa, made possible by the Culticon. That's you guys. Take it easy, all right? I'll see you later.